Why so serious? With those 3 words, Heath Ledger's Joker carved himself into legend. A line whispered in fear, a laugh that shattered order. The Joker has worn many faces. In comics, a clown prince of crime. On TV, a trickster. On film, from Nicholson's gangster to Phoenix's tragic soul. But Ledger's Joker was different. Not a man chasing money, not a soul begging for pity. He was something older, darker, chaos given form. And so today we judge him. This is not justice. This is measurement against a scale as old as sin itself. Pride, the belief that you stand above all others. Greed, the hunger that can never be filled. Lust, desire twisted into obsession. Wrath, fire that destroys without thought. Envy, the poison that eats away at hope. Gluttony, the endless consumption until nothing remains. Sloth, the surrender when doing nothing becomes its own crime. Each sin measured, each scored by ChatGPT, the oracle of our age. We started with Vader. We followed with Thanos. Each judged by sin, each weighed by number. And now, Ledger's Joker, the clown without a cause, the villain without a throne, and perhaps the most dangerous of them all. And in Gotham, that story begins with pride. Not arrogance, but the certainty that only you see the truth, while the rest of the world clings to lies. And no one carried that more than Heath Ledger's Joker. From the first heist, he proved it. He didn't just rob the mob, he mocked them. This city deserves a better class of criminal, and I'm gonna give it to them. In that moment, he set himself above Gotham's underworld, declaring their greed too small for the vision he claimed to hold. Pride gave him clarity. Where others fought for control, he claimed something higher, the right to define chaos itself. Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order and everything becomes chaos. To him, Gotham's laws were illusions, the mob's power a joke, and Batman's code nothing but weakness. This wasn't vanity. It wasn't a need for applause. It was conviction, the belief that only he had seen the truth, that only he could expose the city's lie. Every act reinforced that superiority. Burning mountains of cash, taunting Batman with the claim, "You complete me." For Joker, chaos wasn't rebellion, it was revelation. And when he looked at Gotham, he didn't see equals or enemies. He saw a city of children clinging to rules he had already torn apart. This isn't arrogance, it's coronation. A man who crowns himself king of ruin, prophet of disorder. ChatGPT gives him a 9 out of 10, because for Joker, pride is not decoration, it is foundation. Without it, there is no clown, no message, no war against Gotham. With it, he becomes something worse than a criminal. He becomes the voice that tells the city, "You never had control, I did." Greed isn't always about money. For some, it's a hunger deeper than gold, a need to be proven right, to watch the world burn just to feel in control. And for the Joker, that hunger never fades. He mocks wealth, laughs at fortune. It's not about money, it's about sending a message. But every plan he makes is a wager. Every life a coin he flips. He doesn't want profit, he wants collapse. To see Gotham betray itself, to tear away the illusion of order. 2 fairies, 2 detonators. He gives them a choice, knowing that in chaos greed will rise and morality will sink. That's his true desire, to prove that everyone is corruptible, that every soul has a price. Judged by the scale, his greed stands at 7 out of 10. Because though he scorns gold, his hunger is endless. For ruin, for proof, for the world to fall in love with chaos. Lust isn't always flesh. It's desire, twisted, consuming, impossible to satisfy. For the Joker, it's not bodies he craved, it's chaos, conflict, the spark in another's eyes when the world starts to burn. He seduces Gotham not with pleasure but with temptation. To break rules, to cross lines, to give in. His words to Batman carry no romance, only obsession. "You complete me." A confession not of love but addiction. He needs the fight, the dance, the chase, because without it he's nothing. There is no lust for life, only for ruin. No passion for touch, only for reaction. The verdict for lust, 4 out of 10, Because though he feels no fleshly hunger, his heart burns with desire for chaos, for conflict, for the eternal game. Wrath isn't always loud. Sometimes it smiles, sometimes it laughs, and sometimes it wears makeup. For the Joker, anger is art. He doesn't lash out blindly, he crafts chaos with precision. In the interrogation room, he taunts Batman, feeding on his rage. "You have nothing to threaten me with. Every blow is a victory, every punch proof that even Gotham's savior can break." But his wrath goes deeper. He doesn't just punish people, he punishes belief. Harvey Dent's faith in justice, Gotham's hope in order, Batman's trust in rules, all burned in his fire. His fury isn't personal, it's philosophical. A war on the idea that anyone is truly good. By the fires of judgment, his wrath scorches at 8 out of 10. Cold, deliberate, unstoppable. A storm that laughs as it burns and leaves only ruin behind. Envy hides behind a smile, and the Joker's grin is carved deep. He mocks heroes, mocks order, but beneath the laughter lies resentment. He sees Gotham's faith in Batman, their hope in Harvey Dent, and he can't stand it. He doesn't want to be them. He wants to expose them, to prove their light is a lie. You have your rules, and you think they'll save you. His envy is not for their power, but for their purity, something he no longer believes exists, so he tears it down. He breaks the White Knight. He turns Dent into Two-Face, because if he can't be good, no one can. In the mirror of sin, his envy reflects at 6 out of 10. Not born from longing, but from the bitter joy of watching innocence rot. Gluttony is excess, the hunger that never ends. For the Joker, it's not food or wealth he devours, but chaos itself. Every scheme feeds the next. Every lie, every death only sharpens his appetite. He doesn't stop when Gotham burns. He needs it to keep burning, to see every belief, every hope consumed in the fire he lit. Even when victory is his, he sets another trap, another test, another chance to feed the void. There's no satisfaction, only the craving to prove the world will always fall. By the weight of excess, his gluttony swells to 5 out of 10. A hunger not for pleasure, but for confirmation. That chaos is endless, and so is he. Sloth is surrender, the choice to do nothing, to turn away while the world decays. But the Joker never rests. Every word, every move crafted to push Gotham closer to collapse. He plans, manipulates, tests. A conductor of chaos, never idle, never still. Even in defeat, he laughs because his work is already done. Madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push. There is no apathy in him, only relentless motion, only purpose. In the reckoning of stillness, his sloth fades to 2 out of 10. For he is never passive, only driven, ever plotting, ever pushing the world toward the edge. 7 sins measured and weighed. For the Joker, the pattern is chaos. Pride crowns him, the prophet of madness. Wrath fuels him, precise, deliberate, merciless. Greed drives him, not for wealth, but for proof. Envy whispers, a hatred of hope he cannot feel. Lust twists into obsession with conflict. Gluttony devours, order, meaning, sanity. Sloth fades, for he never rests. Final score, 41 out of 70. Not the heaviest, not the lightest, but the most volatile. A soul without purpose, driven only by the need to show that everything breaks. He is not a tyrant like Thanos, who sinned for balance. He is not a fallen hero like Vader, whose rage was born from love. The Joker is something else, a void in human shape. No vision, no redemption, only the endless laughter that follows ruin. And now the scale can compare. 3 figures, 3 verdicts. Darth Vader, 47. The Joker, 41. Thanos, 37. Vader still leads the descent, a man consumed by wrath, envy, and pride. The Joker follows not far behind, his emptiness almost as dangerous as Vader's rage. Thanos trails them, his sins fewer but sharpened by conviction. 3 figures, 3 reflections of sin, each one dangerous in their own way. So ask yourself, Who truly casts the darkest shadow, the believer, the broken, or the beast?